really good one. Just a little bit closer than the last delivery to the stumps. Indeed, a good deal closer. That went over the top of the stumps in the end, coming back at the right-hander. Great delivery bowled by Wasim Akram. Andrew Hudson, who made, of course, 93 against the same side in Kingsmead and Durban, the first match of the total international series. Before that, when the Indians were here, he made 108. These are the two best performances by a South African in limited overs internationals. He's bowled him. Wasim Akram has bowled Andrew Hudson, and that's a major setback for South Africa. And the Pakistanis will know that that's the one they really wanted. He's a good stroke maker. But this is how it ended.
Right through him, and batting always difficult on this track. Hudson uncharacteristically really going after the bowling very early, but very conscious of the over it, and that good straight delivery from Akram, good movement in the air, straight through him.
Well, a couple of overs ago, he beat him with a beauty that lifted over the top of the stumps. This one did not miss, hitting the top of the middle stump.
So Mushtaq comes back, and there's a quick single, and he's out, run out. So Pakistan get a little luck that they needed just at that stage. A little bit slow in taking off, Kepler Wessels. He might have made it had he gone quickly.
See if we can spot any hesitation here. He's called it. Didn't hit the ball, I don't think. Way out. It's not a very difficult decision. Umpire Liebenberg in a good position, square with a wicket, and it's what Pakistan needed very badly was a breakthrough of this partnership. I feel that Kepler thought he'd hit that harder, but he'd rather stunned it into the ground and caught very short at the end of the day. So now that'll bring the local captain of the Border Cricket Union, who play here at Buffalo Park, Peter Kirsten, to the wicket. And his role now is just to support Hansie Cronje, and Hansie Cronje's role is to make sure that he now does not get out. He's in, he's got to try and see it through.
Well, he certainly will, or can take an example from Javed Miandad and Asif Mushtaba today. They batted almost all the way through. Well, Kirsten's come in. He's an experienced cricketer. Played in 24 one-day internationals already since South Africa's return. But of course has also had a lot of experience in county cricket with Derbyshire. That's a dolly catch. Completely deceived by the lack of pace in that delivery. And he just popped it up to Shoaib. And the spectators just can't believe it. They've seen such a lollipop delivery.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Is this the beginning of another South African collapse? Just try to turn it on the onside. It certainly wasn't a leading edge. It seemed to go off the middle of the bat, but with no attempted power whatsoever. It went reasonably straight. The mid-wicket fielder, Shoaib, was really quite straight.
So Peter Kirsten caught by Shoaib of Salim Malik, who has had a big influence on this game all of a sudden. Out for one. And South Africa now with two very quick setbacks are 82 for 3.
He's again just a gentle in-swinger. Catch that.
This has been a princely innings from Hansie Cronje, and it's now reduced the requirement to 25 at 5 per over. Let's watch Wasim Akram to Jonty Rhodes. Inside edge into the pads, and they might get an overthrow here. They will. And panic out there amongst the Pakistanis now. Their fielding has not been up to standard, really, giving away unnecessary runs, and the tension telling.
Well, there's no doubt here that he should have held the ball. He wasn't going to run him out anyway.
Very good over from Wasim Akram, ends with the wicket of Jonty Rhodes. I think he was trying to force that maybe just across the line, trying to find a gap, and he missed it.
Akram round the wicket, as he always does in the closing stages, just rolled off his pads.
Watch the angle of the bat here, just trying to force it into a gap at mid-wicket, but it seemed to come onto him a little quicker than he expected. Broke back into him and off the pads into his stumps. But as valuable a 35 as Jonty Rhodes has ever played for South Africa. Just 34 balls, 2 fours, and a well-struck 6 of Salim Malik. So 152 for 4 now. And South Africa can be fortunate to have a man like Dave Callaghan to come to the wicket at this stage. He's one who needs very few deliveries to settle in, likes to get on with things from the start, and he's played some valuable innings already for South Africa in the one-day internationals against India when he came into the side. Hit the off stump. Dave Callaghan out, first ball, trying an ambitious drive on the up.
So Waqar Younis, in swinger, does it again.
Well, it was a magnificent delivery. That is Waqar Younis at his greatest. Just look at this, how it swings in at that pace and goes between bat and pad and trims the off stump. Dave Callaghan out first ball, and suddenly South Africa 154 for 5, and the job a long way from being done. Now poor young Errol Stewart, just think of it. This is his first match for South Africa, and his heart must be thumping.
Yeah, big ordeal, but he'll relish it, especially if he's there and sees his team through to victory.
Wasim Akram to Errol Stewart. He's caught behind by wicketkeeper Latif. Just pushed forward, found the outside edge, or was he trying to run it down to third man? The slow motion will tell us, but whatever, Errol Stewart is out for 1.
Pushed a long way forward. It looked like he might have wanted to guide it to third man. See if the face of the bat opens. Yes, it does. Latif does the rest.
Well, we all think back to that unbelievable collapse against the bowling of Waqar Younis, in particular at Kingsmead in Durban, when South Africa lost by 10 runs, when victory seemed assured, until that great spell of bowling saw Waqar Younis hit the stumps 5 times in a dramatic collapse. Are we going to live through it all again? Brian McMillan, he's got a very cool head on him, and that's what's needed right now. He's often come in crisis situations, and you see, although his highest score is only 33, not out, he has an average of over 35. That will tell you that he's often there at the end. Field for LBW, and he's gone. McMillan has gone. lovely to Wasim Akram. And the two great Pakistani fast bowlers are once again doing it for Pakistan. High fives all round.
Round the wicket, straight delivery. McMillan gets across to play it on the onside. It's in his crease. It's not forward at all.
So difficult to come in and start improvising with shots into gaps and so on when you've just come to the wicket. You haven't had a chance to see it. That's what makes it all so dramatic. 7 wickets down now. Merrick Pringle. Well, Merrick has got a good eye, and Merrick loves to swing the bat, and he might just be the right soul to come to the wicket at this terrible time.
Well, boundaries are gold dust now. You only have to have 2, one way or the other, off the edge or however, and suddenly the whole thing swings around again. Just to remind you that that is the situation. 15 runs to win, 13 balls remaining. Should the scores be tied, the game is a tie.
And there will be more than one here if he hurries. He's got to get back for the second, and he left it a little bit late, and that was naughty. Now, for the first time in this series, the umpire, Carl Liebenberg, has called for the third umpire, Robbie Noble, to make a decision with the aid of the television replays. And if Hansi Cronje is given out, he'll be very, very naughty, because he dawdled the first. He thought he was going to make it comfortably, but this was a fine bit of fielding down on the boundary and a good return. Now, who's going to win the race? It's vital for South Africa, this. The keeper has it, and Hansi Cronje, I think he might have had his bat in the air. It's very difficult to tell here. Maybe, no, he might just have made it. What will umpire Robbie Noble say? It's a terrifyingly close call.
Anxious faces, waiting for the light to go red or green. He's obviously asked for another angle.
That was just in the air. That was another problem for Hansi Cronje. And what has happened? It's not out. There's a roar from the crowd. The Pakistanis, they've got the rights mixed up. It's green for go, out, red for stay. And it was red, and Hansi Cronje lives on. And there's 2 more vital runs for South Africa. Oh, there's going to be a run out here this time. Oh, dear, 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 dear me. And removes the bells. And that was silly and could cost South Africa the match.
Absolutely ridiculous, this. Pringle must go now at this stage and try and get past him, because someone's obviously going to be out.
10 wanted for victory. He swings this time now. There could be another run out. There will be. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's bowled in. Wasim Akram has bowled Alan Donald, first ball. And South Africa, for the second time in this total international series, have lost to Pakistan